Welcome guys, Lark96 here. Today I'm going to be doing another figure review. So if you've watched my G-Fest haul, you will know who comes next. And that figure is Godzilla 68 by Bandai. So yeah, it's going to be a review on this guy. And most of you probably already know this, but this is a very common figure that's been reviewed a lot. But I thought I'd just, review him anyway, just because I want to get my thoughts off on this guy. And, yeah, so, as for history, I really won't talk about that much, because it's Godzilla. But this suit, made its first appearance in, Destroy All Monsters. I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then it was used all the way up until, Godzilla vs. Megalon, which is like 1973. So yeah, this suit was used a lot in the Showa era of Godzilla, which is pretty cool. So if you have this Godzilla, you basically have one of the more definitive suits of Godzilla during the Showa era. Now onto his card. Here's this card here, and if any of you don't know this, this is actually an inaccurate picture right here. I see inaccurate really weird. I go inaccurate. Oh, whatever. Anyway, yeah, if you can look right here, this is actually the 73 suit, which was using Godzilla vs. Megalon, which is when what I said was when the suit was actually changed. So yeah, little mess up by Bandai there. They actually got a correct picture there of the 68 suit. Yeah, it's the normal Bandai release, the purple border outline. And yeah, so nothing special with the tag. Typical, well, it's a standard tag. Now onto this figure himself. If you guys don't own this guy, then I can't really explain, but once you own this guy, you're really gonna like him, because I really like this figure. The more I look at him all the time in my collection, like, it's just, well, I guess I'll go into detail first, just so I can, actually talk about this and continue on with the review. If you don't know, this mold of this figure is actually from the 50th Memorial Box. They just used the same exact mold from the Memorial Box and just gave him a different paint job that's accurate to the suit. So, yeah, it's... So, technically you are owning a Memorial Box figure, it's just like a custom paint job, you can say, but it's actually released by Bandai, so... Yeah, this is why it's one of the more acquired Godzilla, and just one of the really good ones. So yeah, on to detail. If you can see, since it's Memorial Box mold, it has really good detail. I mean, just look at the legs right there. Look, all the patterns and everything on the chest plate, the ripples there, on the arms right here, the fingers just look like a Showa hand, and of course the face, got that 68 face. Oh, the goodness. And on the back, like, I can't really explain it much with most of the Memorial Box. You just really need to look at it in person to really just adore this figure. So yeah, detail on this figure is excellent. It's a 50th Memorial Box mold. Of course, it's going to be awesome. Now on to articulation. Now, articulation is pretty basic. It's actually really basic. You just got typical 360 arms. I actually like the pose the arms are in. So you can do it like this, you can do it like that, so he's in a battle pose, make him wave, or make his arms down like that. And his legs don't move 360, but much like the 64 Godzilla, when you move the arm, there's actually a little crease here, and this piece kind of sticks out on his leg, if you can see that. Yeah, so they actually do that to make it give this cool effect right here. If you could actually kind of see that. So yeah, even if it doesn't move 360, they did it in a way that made it really cool. So I give Bandai props for that. No more points for articulation though, sadly. You know, no tail, no head. So yeah, just a basic 4, but oh well. And onto sizing. Now I'll get the figure that he was originally supposed to match up with, and that figure is Bandai's Hedorah. Now, yeah, if you're looking right now and you've seen the movies and everything and you know the sizing, this is inaccurate. But the only reason it's not right is because of Hedorah, because he's too small, as you can see here. You know, Hedorah's supposed to be up here, all menacing-like, but instead, you know, Hedorah's small. You know, like a lot of big monsters are supposed to be. Yeah, so sizing isn't too good here, but that's mainly it's Hedorah's fault. But if you want to compare it to the Bandai Creation version, it actually works a little bit better because, you know, even if Hedorah needs to be a bit like taller, like that big, I think looking eye to eye is much better than being, you know, down here. So yeah, works a bit better, but it's Bandai Creation Hedorah, which means no movement. So yeah. Pull out another bad guy that this version of Godzilla fought. Gigan. Yeah, this is another pretty good pairing. You know, they should be looking eye to eye, or Godzilla should be a bit bigger, but yeah, this looks pretty good though. You know, do a good Godzilla versus Gigan movie, or something like that. And let me pull out a few of his friends. Here's Showa Anguirus, King Caesar, and Baragon. I'll move him in here. So yeah, with Anguirus and King Caesar, yeah, he works pretty well. But with Baragon, I think Baragon's a little too big, but it looks okay, I think. So let me just move all these guys out of the way. And finally, onto paint job. Now, paint job on this figure, as I said, it's different than the Memorial Box version, but I think it is much more accurate because he's very charcoal black. Another one of the really charcoal black Godzillas, like the GMK one. And he does have these blue spines on his back, which I really like. I really love the coloring of these spines. Like, it's a kind of darkish blue mixed in with black, and it just makes it look really nice. And one of the more unique coloring for the scales, kind of like the GMK, but yeah, I like this one a lot, and it's very accurate to the suit too. So yeah, and of course he's got like this. He's kind of got this weird pink in his mouth, and it's kind of lazy looking, I guess you can kind of say, but oh well, it's not that bad. And got the blue paint all over the nails and belly and kneecaps, and you got the white on the eye and everything. So yeah, paint job all around of this figure is really good. The only difference between this and the Memorial Box is the Memorial Box is, you know, that light green color, and I don't remember what color it is for the scales. It might just be the same, whatever. So yeah, that is the 1968 Godzilla figure review. So overall, I think this figure is perfect. I don't think there's anything really wrong with this figure. I don't think there's anything majorly bad with this figure. I think it's just a really good figure overall. So yeah. How much should I pick him up for? Well, I was at G-Fest, as I said, and I only picked him up for like $10, which is pretty good, because I've been meaning to pick this Godzilla up for a while, because he's one of the really common good ones. So yeah, why is he so far away from the camera? What am I doing? So yeah. So if you want to get this guy, I'd definitely recommend it. He's one of the best Godzilla figures, you know, Memorial Box version. And, if you want to pick up the Memorial Box version, try to, because he's probably one of the least ones that's picked up, because, most people have this version, so it's like, what's the point? And besides, this one's more accurate anyway. So yeah. So if you want to go for more box, I definitely think you should, because he's probably not that hard to get. He still is a bit, but whatever. So yeah, overall, I'm gonna definitely give him a 5 out of 5. He's just a really awesome figure to own, and one of the must-have in a collection. Like most Memorial Box figures. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys later.